Aw, poor baby. You're mad at me for slamming the door in your face? You should be grateful. You deserve way worse than that. Rude? You're actually joking, right? You act like a pompous jerk all night long, and then you actually have the nerve to call me rude? You did not just ask me that. How were you acting like a pompous jerk? Well, let's take a fun trip down memory lane, shall we? Since you can't seem to recall what happened less than an hour ago. Yes, very good. I did storm out of the party. But do we know why? Well, why don't we take a few moments for you to pull your head out of your ass, and then maybe you'll have that answer. Wait, so you don't like being spoken to like you're stupid? Interesting. So, let me get this straight. You're allowed to make other people feel foolish for the things they say, but when they do it back to you, suddenly it's not okay? Double standard much? Of course that's what this is about. Hello? What else could it possibly be about? Honestly, the way you treated me earlier was bad enough, but the fact that it took you this long to figure out how much it hurt just shows what kind of person you really are. Because, oh my God, I can't believe I actually have to explain this to you. We go out to a party with a bunch of people you went to school with, all these high-achieving PhDs and academics, which you already knew I was nervous about, because I don't even come close to fitting in with people like that. But I actually managed to strike up a conversation with a couple of your classmates, and even though I'm still practically shitting myself because I'm afraid of saying the wrong thing, at least they seem genuinely nice, and I can at least keep up with the conversation a little. So I decide to force myself out of my comfort zone for a split second and ask one of them a question about their work, which was apparently the biggest mistake I could have possibly made, because do you remember what the response was? Yeah, obviously. You didn't know that? That's like basic information. Which, mind you, would have been hurtful and demeaning if it came from the person I asked the question to, or, anyone else in the room. But who was the one who actually said it? That's right. It was you. Not some stranger who didn't even know I wasn't super knowledgeable on the subject. It came from the person who already knew I felt ignorant and nervous and decided to use that to humiliate me. No, I'm not done. I would be done if the whole situation had just ended there, but you, in all your wisdom, decided to keep talking. You thought it would be such a great idea to embarrass me further by saying, "Sorry about her, she's not used to discussing these kinds of things," as if me asking a question was something that you needed to apologize for. Not only that, you didn't even just say it to the person I was talking to, or even the small group of people we were sitting with. You announced it to like half the fucking room. My apologies, esteemed colleagues, for my girlfriend thinking it was appropriate to ask you questions about your work. Clearly, she's not on the same academic level as the rest of us, so let's make a joke out of her ignorance and make her feel even more inferior than she probably already does. You didn't need to use those exact words. The words you did use got your message across perfectly fine. You feel like me not knowing about their fancy academic jobs and studies is a stain on your reputation, so you couldn't help but jump in and apologize on my behalf. It doesn't matter what your intention was. Any normal person would have seen their girlfriend having a conversation with one of their colleagues and thought, "Oh look, she's nervous, but she's still trying. I'm so proud of her." Not whatever that stupid shit was that you pulled. Of course I didn't want to feel ignorant around them, but I can pretty much guarantee that what you did made me look more ignorant than me just asking someone a question. What I did showed that I had interest in your friend's work. What you did was just... God, I don't even have the words for it. Really? That's all you have to say? Maybe you could have handled it better? No shit. What do I want from you? What I want is for you to find a fucking time machine and go back about 2 hours so that you can stop yourself from humiliating me. But since that's not gonna happen, I don't even know what I want from you. Do you think I'm stupid? Or that I'm less than you and your friends because I'm not as academically advanced? You know what? Just stop. Don't bother answering. I don't know why I even asked. Because even if you deny it, your actions tonight made it impossible for me to believe you. Don't you get it? You can't just magically fix this. You fucked up royally, and now you have to sit with that. I don't owe you any kind of forgiveness or sympathy. Not after how you treated me tonight. The best thing you can do for yourself right now is to leave me the fuck alone. Don't talk to me. Don't try to apologize. I don't even want to be in the same room as you. I don't care where you go or what you do. Just stay away from me.
And with that out of the way, let's get to work, guys.
Oh no! It looks like I've taken Ragatha and dropped her in the deep fryer.
Oh, no. We can't have anything like that going on around here.
What are you gonna do about it, though?
If I didn't answer the first 20 times you knocked on the door, chances are I'm not going to answer on the 21st.
We're having a bit of an issue with the employees.
You've already said you're sorry like 12 times. I don't want to hear it anymore.
At the end of the day, if they do a terrible job.
Wait,
Oh my God, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you.
I'll be sure to make something truly awful awaiting your...
I'm aware it's been almost 24 hours. Or do you think I'm too stupid to tell time, too? I already told you I don't feel like talking to you, and the fact that you're badgering me about it really isn't helping your cause. Besides, why would you want to talk to a simpleton like me? No, I don't know you don't think of me that way. How can I possibly know that you see me as anything other than an idiot after your little display last night? Just forget it. There's no point in wasting my time on this anymore.
rotten employees.
Why would you do this?
It's called a manic episode, and you're getting 3 more seasons.
What?
Anyway, Jax.
You
it's
brought me
your job to
boba?
set up the drink station, make me a
Great.
coffee and iced tea, and fill the ice cream machine. So
Well, what do you
get
want?
to
A
it.
medal? I'm not going to sit here and applaud you for doing the bare minimum to try to make me feel better. Yes, I'm watching this again. I like it. Is there a problem with that? Sorry, I'm not watching something more highbrow and educational.
What can I get for you today?
Oh, hey, it's Orbs Man.
See, the words you're saying to me right now sound pretty contradictory to how you acted around your friends. You might want to be careful. Change things up too much and you might confuse a small-minded person like me. No, I'm not just going to let this go. You think a few sorries and a boba is just going to magically make things better after the way you humiliated me in front of all those people? An olive branch? Honey, you're going to have to bring me the whole damn olive tree if you want me to even start considering the idea of forgiving you. Do you even realize how shitty you made me feel? How completely embarrassed and self-conscious and just stupid I felt? I've never wanted so badly to have the ground just open up and swallow me whole. If you know that, then how can you come in here and expect one sorry to just magically fix the whole thing? Did you think that just staying away from me all day would make me forget it all and everything would be fine? I just need you to understand, just for a second, what a massive betrayal your behavior was last night. Watching you dismiss me in front of everyone, hearing those demeaning words coming out of your mouth, it was like being stabbed in the heart. And yeah, it would have been upsetting if anyone else at the party had done that. But the fact that it came from you, the one who knew how anxious I was already feeling and decided to use my ignorance against me anyway, the one person who was supposed to be on my side. Don't touch me. I don't want you to touch me right now. I'm just so fucking hurt and frustrated and confused. All this time, you've never been anything other than kind and supportive to me. Made me feel like I matter even though I haven't accomplished as much as you have. But then, in front of all your friends, you took that trust we built up and you just stomped all over it. You've made it so that I can't truly believe what you say to me. To be honest, I don't even know what to believe anymore. But that's the thing. None of what you say to me in private matters if you're not going to back me up the same way when we're in public. It doesn't matter who we're with, your fancy academic friends or a bunch of strangers. You're supposed to have my back, no matter what. Instead, you tore me down. You took my biggest insecurity and exposed it to everyone there without even having a good reason to. You didn't even hesitate. And I can't have a relationship with someone who treats me that way. Fuck, babe. I don't know. No. I don't, okay? I don't want to break up. Of course I don't. But, Jesus, where do we even go from here? I need you to realize that every single ounce of trust I had in you has been broken. This wasn't just some little mistake. This was huge. Like, I was ready to pack my stuff and leave without looking back last night. So why did I stay? I guess because as humiliated and angry as I was, I wanted things to go back to the way they were. I wanted to be able to trust you, and I wanted to have that reassurance that you don't actually think of me as being lesser than you and your friends. If you don't think that, then why did you put on that whole display at the party? You still haven't given me a reason. Okay, I understand your logic, but the way you went about it was so backwards. All you succeeded in doing was making yourself look like a complete asshole. How could you have even known whether someone would make a snide remark? Yeah, you're right. You do know them better than I do. You could probably anticipate if someone was about to say something rude. But still, interjecting on my behalf in a conversation and ridiculing me in front of half the room are two totally different things. I'm confused how you could go in with the best of intentions and just fuck up that badly. Well, obviously you panicked, but I've seen you get nervous in social situations 100 times, and you've never acted like that. It has to be something else. So, being around those people again brought up old insecurities about not measuring up to them, and you just felt so desperate to prove yourself that you said it without thinking? I mean... Oh, it's not an excuse. You're damn right about that. But at least it's a reason, and it's one that makes sense. Like I said, you've never done that before. I've never seen you feel the need to apologize on my behalf. But regardless of if you meant to say it or not, You realize how wrong it was, don't you? You understand what a betrayal of my trust it was? Then why did it seem like that wasn't getting through to you last night? Because I basically had to recap the entire situation for you, and your only response was that maybe you could have handled it better. You really made me feel like you didn't give a shit about how badly you hurt me. You were just being defensive and stupid? Well, there's at least one thing we can agree on. I know you're really sorry. I can hear it in your voice. But I don't know, I guess now we have to decide how we're gonna fix this. If we even can fix this. I'm not saying I don't want to, but think about things from my perspective. This isn't easy for me. I mean, can I even trust anything that you say to me anymore? How do I know that what you tell me to my face is going to be the same thing you say to everyone else? You'll prove it to me? How? Go back to square one and basically start everything over again? Are you willing to do that? It takes a lot of work to build trust back up after it's been broken. Okay, if you're willing to try, then I am too. Yeah, you're still my partner, and I want to believe with my whole heart that you're not the person I saw last night. If you're really up for putting in the work to earn my trust back, I think it's worth giving you a second chance. You're welcome. Yeah, you can give me a hug. You're proud to have me as a girlfriend? Do you really mean that? Or are you just saying that because you know it's what I need to hear right now? I'm sorry. I do appreciate that, and I want to believe it. I was so afraid you were ashamed of me. I thought all of my insecurities about not being good enough for you were suddenly being validated. All of my worst fears coming true. I know I'm not as book smart or as high achieving as you and your friends, but I still just hope I can be the kind of partner you can be happy with and not feel embarrassed by. Yeah, I know, babe. I know you're sorry. And I feel better knowing that you did it out of desperation and not out of malice. That's what I really wanted to believe deep down. And I should have given you the chance to explain yourself earlier instead of icing you out all day, but I was just so hurt. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I do believe that you're sorry, and that you don't really think of me that way. But I just might need a little extra validation after all of that, if you're willing to give it. God, it feels really fucking good to hear you say that. Oh, baby. Yes, of course. Of course I still love you. I wouldn't be willing to give you another chance if I didn't. And truthfully, your comments wouldn't have stung the way they did if I didn't love you so damn much. Well, look at that. Another thing we can agree on. I missed you. I did. I honestly hate being mad at you because when I'm that upset, you're the only person I really want to talk to. It's the worst kind of vicious cycle. Yeah. No more anger. No more hurt feelings. At least until the next time one of us pisses off the other one. But hopefully that's a long time from now. Oh, it's nothing. I just wish I could have made a better first impression with your friends. I feel bad that last night was such a mess. We could invite them out to dinner as a do-over? I don't know, babe. Well, yeah, we would go in looking at it as a clean slate. But would they? It's not like we can just wipe their memories about last night. They're going to remember what happened. I mean, at this point, they're either going to think I'm the world's biggest idiot, or they're just going to pity me. And frankly, I don't know which one is worse. Let's just table the idea for now, okay? I know your intentions are good, and I'm not saying no. I just need to think about it, all right? Thank you for understanding. Oh, and on a completely separate note, thank you for the boba. I do appreciate it. Sure. What did you have in mind? Yeah, I think that would be really nice. As pissed off as I was, I did miss you today. So a cozy night in together sounds perfect. Hey, I love you. And even if things aren't 100% okay right now, they will be.